Well, IMRO is the Irish Music Rights Organisation, and what IMRO are is a not-for-profit organisation that's charged with the licensing, the collecting and distributing of musical royalties for the use of public performance of musical royalties. So what IMRO are doing is collecting from a range of music users. Examples would be radio stations, TV stations, concert promoters, etc. And we're collecting both royalties and music usage data. And what our job then is to identify the music and to pay the composers and publishers of those works. So some years back, I guess we were facing a major business challenge. We were faced with really massive data usage expansion, while at the same time the revenue wasn't growing at the same rate. So examples would be we had new radio stations, new TV stations coming on air in Ireland, and we also had a range of ringtone providers, download providers such as iTunes, etc., that were producing vast amounts of data, but the revenue not growing in the same rate. So we look to IT to kind of solve that issue for us and to automate the processes as best as we could. So we implemented a solution that would automate those kind of key processes, and we did that using SQL Server, BizTalk, SharePoint, and .NET, and that was a very successful implementation. We had radically reduced our costs. We managed to reduce headcount, while at the same time the data increased by probably over 300% in between, say, 2005 and 2009. But while it was successful, the members who own IMRO and run IMRO really had no real sense of that. They didn't get any tangible benefit from that, because as far as they were concerned, their payments just continued to go as they did. We met the challenge of the rising cost. So our next step was to see, well, what tangible benefits can our members get from that? Is there a way that they could securely interact with those automated processes that we had developed in the new system? And could we leverage our existing benefits, our existing investments in the technologies we had invested in the Microsoft technologies, and make our members active participants in those processes? So, we looked at a range of options. We looked at building our own internet-facing infrastructure, but with all the issues of managing the security of that. We considered dedicated hosting, and we looked at Microsoft Azure. And for us, Azure was the clear choice, because it meant that we didn't have to worry about the infrastructure, and it allowed us to concentrate on our own online application. And Azure also enabled us to take advantage of some key building blocks. Like, for example, we've integrated Live ID within the solution. And BizTalk was a key component of our back-end solution, and that allowed us to very easily integrate forward into the cloud and into Azure. And so we've built and deployed the entire solution within 3 months. And today, the solution is supporting over 7,000 members, and we're delivering a range of new services. So some of the services that we can now deliver that we didn't deliver before, so examples would be electronic registrations. Our members are now able to register their works electronically through the online application, which not only makes it more convenient for the member, but reduces the costs for IMRO and makes it a much more efficient solution for us. Secondly, within our overall solution, there are always going to be performances of musical works that we're unable to identify. What we're now able to do is, through Azure, is put that out to our member community and allow our member community to see and identify the works that we've been unable to identify. So again, we're using the community to solve our problem. And finally, statements. In terms of transparency, we've vastly increased the transparency that we can now deliver to our members. So previously in an old paper statement, a member would have simply had the name of a station that their song, say, was played on, the name of the song, and the amount. Nowadays we can provide them with a multi-dimensional statement. So in other words, they can still get the same traditional information, but it's now drillable. They can go down, they can actually see the times, the dates, the exact program that the song was played on. In other words, what we're able to offer to our members now is exactly what we get ourselves, so we can give them full transparency on their thing, and give them comfort that if they get played, they'll get paid.